Happy Friday. We're back at you live here at Our Show Network with Finance Friday Frank. It's the lunch hour. We're going to be coming at you with important information regarding your money, your wealth management, and cryptocurrency maybe. I don't know. I'm here with a very special guest, El Señor Jefe, Francisco Ayala. Welcome, Señor.
Gracias,
The
señor.
crowds are cheering you on. They love you. They love you to death.
Mexican crowd. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm noticing some bag under your eyes. What's going on there, man?
We just got back.
What happened last?
Oh man,
What happened yesterday?
you know. So we had our CEO network event last night, and it was a tremendous success. If you guys were a part of that, you got to meet Senor Ayala in person because he was a very special guest. He talked a little bit about finances, and he talked about his very special stock tips. And you guys missed it. If you weren't here, you missed it.
That's right. I was giving out free advice left and right, man. Everybody's making some millions today. Everybody was there. So next time, please make sure you go.
You should see my portfolio. It just increased about 10%. But yeah, you guys missed it. So you should have been here. Senor Ayala, crazy week. Every week seems to be some sort of news or something going on, in this market environment. And I still think it's a little bit encouraging and discouraging at the same time because the news is hyping stuff up and stocks fall. Bitcoin took a little kind of swing. All this stuff, What are you seeing out there, Senor?
Well, that's a good point, right? So there's always this thing, when you make investment decisions, it could either do this or it could either do that.
Yeah.
All right. That's the thing. It could either go up or it could either go down. And so, obviously, what do you do? Right. So that's kind of like, do you have the fortitude to be able to go through with the decision?
I don't.
And right. And then, but also, how are you making that decision? I think, we'll probably get to this here later in the show. But getting always, there's always going to be two sides to what's going on in the economy. Sometimes good news is good news because the economy is improving and stuff like that. And sometimes good news is bad news because that means that the Fed is going to raise interest rates and people are not going to spend anymore and stuff like that. So you pick whatever you want to listen to, and that's what happens is people have this, they tend to seek out the information that they want to hear and avoid everything else, right?
Yeah, and in the current monetary policy, we're at a low interest environment. Money is going out the door from stimmies, and it's kind of hard to predict. I think a lot of investors that are not like hedge funds that have massive control in these markets, common people like you and I, I would equate us to the common person, that want to like a hot stock tip, that want to win something big, that want to go to lunch and tell everybody, shit, I just won, or I shouldn't say won, but almost like I increased my portfolio, or I got this stock and it went up $20 on a $5 buy, and now I have $200 million, and hey, I can retire now, but it's not right because. They haven't pulled it out. They haven't sold it, and they're all buy and hold all this stuff. But there's so much going on, and it's hard to predict and really hard to kind of engage where this market's going.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. So we do see again, second month now that we're starting to see that inflation number tick higher, right? Substantially higher this time, higher than last month. Last month I think it was like 4.2. Yesterday came out at 5, and so the question we've been proposing here on the show as we talk is it short term, like the Fed says it's short term, or is it long term? Right? Is it a long term kind of effect on the market? If it's short term, then you really don't have to worry about it. If it's long term, then yes, you have to worry about it. And one of the surprising features about the inflation rate this month was that. See, the inflation is made up of a bunch of stuff, right? It made it up of the restaurant industry and food and gas and everything, right? Well, the ones that tend to be more volatile are oil, energy, and food. And so even after they took those off, the inflation number is still very high. Well, it's not as high, but it's the highest it's been since like 1992. And so that's telling you something. If you're not seeing inflation, core inflation, it's called, that high since 1992, then we'll see.
Yeah, and it's so weird. I mean, prices keep going up, and we talked about this last week regarding what can you do when you're on a very stringent budget. Erica brought up the fact that you need to save money. You need to save as much as you can. If you can just save $50, and a lot of these families that are just getting by paycheck to paycheck really can't afford that, and really can't put that extra $50 in whatever account, Schwab or Vanguard, or even Robinhood, whatever. And are able to invest that. And then is there suggestions that we can do? Because I think the bottom line really is just save money. But how do you do that when you're struggling like that? Do you just go sell whatever you can, whatever you have in storage, start tapping?
Actually, no. To be honest with you, I mean, this is my perspective. This is obviously I work with certain clients. I'm expanding the services that we're offering, but I don't think in general people are struggling too much out there. And obviously, yes, there's going to be a portion of the population that is below poverty or right above poverty or blah blah blah. But for the vast majority of people, that's not the case, right? This is kind of like just your general average Joe. They have enough money to save. They have enough money to live. I mean, if they're following a budget or keeping track of their expenses and stuff like that, they can still spend some on restaurants, eating out and stuff like that, buying a few luxuries, but still be able to save 5%, 10% of their pay. So the point is, what do you do after you save it, right? Well, obviously you invest it, right? And probably a good segue to what we want to talk about, because we've talked about this before, whether you're really investing or you're just speculating. And there's this great article today in the Wall Street Journal. I hope people can do it, but
put that over.
I don't know if I don't know if you have a.
I don't know. Can you see that? If anybody's watching out there, A, can you hear an echo? I want to make sure I'm not going crazy. But also, B, I go and put that article you sent me, Frank. It's up right now. I don't know if you can see it.
I can't see it. I can't see it. I don't know if the viewers are seeing it. I hope they can. But I'll tell you the gist of it anyways. So basically, what this guy is saying is, I follow this guy. He says there's three kinds of people out there in the markets. There's the traders, there's speculators, and then there's investors.
Yeah. Obviously,
you need to trade. Whether you're a speculator or whether you're an investor, you need to trade, right? All you're doing is you're trading money for whatever, stock, Bitcoin, whatever it is. You're a trader. Everybody's a trader. It doesn't mean anything. So if we put that aside, so then what are you? Are you an investor? Are you a speculator? And I hear a lot of people out there saying, I invested in Bitcoin. I invested in AMC. Yep. I invested in this. I invested in that. I mentioned this before, and I'm sorry to, if I'm going to hurt some people's feelings and stuff like that, but just the way I see it and the way probably the vast majority of investment professionals see it, you're not investing. Okay, you're speculating. Yep. Investing means you did your research. You looked at the cash flow statement. You looked at the income sheet. You looked at the balance sheet. You looked at the competitors. You looked at the end. You did a SWOT analysis. And you determined this company should be worth X amount of money, and so I'm going to buy it because it should be worth X amount of money based on all my numbers or different research reports that you got or whatever you did. People are not doing that, right? What are they doing? Oh, my friend, my friend told me to buy MC, so I'm going to buy MC. I mean, how can people honestly look at in the mirror and say that they're investing? When they have no idea what the hell AMC, they have no idea that AMC is not making a profit, or when they will be forecasted to make a profit, no. And even if they do make a profit, how do you value that profit? And so, so
I'm gonna pull up the chart for AMC. I know you can't see it, but people can see you looking at the chart like you're looking at it. But for a long time, if you look at, let me get rid of that. If you look at it, it's running close to between $9 and $10 for a long while. And this is if you pull back, if we do the 1 year on AMC, you can see it's just looking at around $4 to $5, and you get these spikes. We had some speculation back in the early bit of the year, and then now you get this jump, this parabolic just jump in the middle of nowhere, the sky high, like it's resurrected and gone to heaven, from $9 to $62 a share, and now dropping all the way back to 48. And nobody's really understanding the fundamentals and all this, and knowing that the really true value is probably around that $8 to $9 range. I mean, it's gone as little as $2 back in December of 2020, and that's
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
that's exactly right. And so basically, that's exactly what the article is saying, right? Is these people are calling themselves investors because they're thinking, yeah, I'm up on this thing, and so that's just luck. The fact that you're up doesn't mean that you invested. It's just you
Yeah,
got lucky, right? But how many people, bought? What was the other? What were the meme stocks that we were talking about before?
AMC.
Uh,
We had Bitcoin. I threw that in there.
Bitcoin.
I think
That's
Bitcoin's
that's
really
what
speculative.
we'll talk about Bitcoin here shortly. But what
Oh
was
boy,
that? It's been a night. I forgot what was the other stock that we were looking at before.
GameStop, and
GameStop. There we go.
anyways,
It's like when they bought it at 500 or whatever it is. You just got lucky that you bought it, at a certain time. But don't call yourself an investor because all you're doing is just hoping that somebody else buys it from you higher, and that's all you're doing. That's called speculation.
yeah, you went to a casino called Robinhood,
Right.
and you
Right.
put your money on black, and guess what? It landed on black for a couple rounds, and
Right.
all of a sudden, when it took a tank, I mean, it's very much like a casino, which is the unfortunate part. But people get caught up in that, and
Right.
it's
That's what happens with all this liquidity, right? It's just it's easy to make money right now. It's
yeah,
easy. It's like when I was a mortgage advisor, way back before the financial crisis.
yeah.
It was easy to make money as a mortgage advisor or a real estate agent. You just had to have a pulse. If you had a pulse, you make money. Right? And that's what people are doing right now is that they put $10 in anything, it goes up. But it's gonna come a time where shit's gonna hit the fan, right?
Are you
Are they
saying I
ready?
have a pulse? Just kidding. No, it is
you can
actually.
fog you can fog a mirror, and that's yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm in a real estate too, and so you see it on that side, and then during our Monday show we talk about that too. But as we transition, I want to say thank you to everybody that's watching right now. If you want to give us a little bit of a love, throw us some hearts up there because Frank loves the love. And then if you're on YouTube right now, hit the like button and then subscribe, and you can watch this all the time. Every Friday, you get to see two bald guys talking about things, and sometimes
Going
we
at
invite
it.
people
That's
on.
right.
Fist bumping and arm wrestling, all that good stuff. But
Yeah.
we're here to talk about finances and possibly those things. So if you have any comments or questions, go put those in the comment section, and Frank will answer them because I don't know anything about anything. So I reach out to Frank to give me financial advice. However, just not on the show. You can talk to him after.
Right.
You can call. You
Yeah.
can call him, email him, whatever you need to after the show. We're just entertaining today, so you can listen to us.
That's
You might
right.
lose all your money, or you might gain a lot. I don't know, but not here.
This is better than ESPN, so watch this. ESPN
Uh,
is the same thing over and over. Actually, we're probably the same thing over and over
I
too.
don't know.
But,
ESPN has cheerleaders. I don't have any cheerleaders here.
well, let's get some cheerleaders in here, man. You got
Where's
room in the
Gabby?
back.
Gabby is watching us, so she can cheerlead for us.
That's right.
So we were talking about prices, inflation, some of the things. I'm going to go put the Fed chart on here. The CPI, Consumer Price Index, is up
Yep.
here. Consumer Price Index has been going up like crazy these last few things. If I zone in a little bit, let me go over here. Prices in the last few years have obviously gone up, and you can kind of see, just not even looking at numbers, you can kind of see the price index since 2010. Consumer price index has gone from 214 all the way up to, oh, look at that, right off the chart, 266. It's crazy to see how prices have increased so substantially in the last couple of years, and the way things are going right now, and in this environment where we have a lot of stimulus and people are just spending money just because they have it, and putting it in places that I don't necessarily think are beneficial, but that's just me. What do I know?
Right.
They should
Yeah.
be giving it to Frank to manage and build. And create.
Well, again, I mean, if you have a plan, whether it's with me or whether it's with somebody else, or even yourself, if you want to do it yourself,
Yeah.
that's fine. But I have a plan. Make sure that you know the difference between speculating, or that you actually did an investment, you did the research, stuff like that.
So, and because you're talking about speculating, I want to get back to the Bitcoin situation. People are still going nuts about that. Let me look at. I didn't look at the current price of Bitcoin today. I will look at that now.
It was like at 36,000 or something. That was surprising to me.
37.
I'm surprised actually. So it did take a hit this week, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that this Bitcoin thing is supposed to be the new way of of doing money or whatever you want to call it, currency,
Yeah.
where the government is not involved, where government can't get a hold of it and they can't touch it, and your black market kind of stuff, and it's an alternative to the dollar and stuff like that. And then the government goes right in and hacks some people and takes the money back of those ransomware guys. I mean, dude, you're investing supposedly in this technology that
Yeah.
people can't hack and people can't get their money out of, and the government can't get their money out of, and then the government just goes and does that. I mean, that would shake my confidence in Bitcoin if I were invested in Bitcoin. That would shake my confidence to the core for sure.
Well, and then the government is talking about creating their own Fed coin, and having it
Yeah.
in that kind of blockchain situation. I'm
Right.
looking at the price of Bitcoin right now. We're running at about 37,200, and it's on a downtrend. It's a very obvious to me down market on the 50-day, and then on the 200, it's kind of bellowing out. But on the high of 64,000, down now to about 37, you have all these people
Half.
like buy and
Almost half.
hold, and I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir. What's that?
No, I said they lost almost half.
Yeah. And
They're down
if you're buying at the $64,000 Bitcoin price, then you just lost about half of your coin,
Right.
and I guess I took a situation like this. There was it was the gas pipeline that was seized and ransomed, and for that Bitcoin, I think they wanted 4 million Bitcoin. And so the government, or whatever number it was, I don't remember. So the government did give the money as a ransom, got hold of the pipeline back, and then was able to, like Frank said, secure that back. And that I think they only got about half of the Bitcoin back. They got the quantity back, but since the Bitcoin devalued, they lost some of that money, which is crazy
Right.
too. And it points to that lack of security. So that's why I put money in Palantir. I bought Palantir last in November, just after it IPO'd, and I believed in the company. I believed in what they were going for, and we can look at that too. I know a lot of people want to know stocks and stuff, and
Right.
Frank's not going to tell you which ones to get, even though I try to pull it out of him all the time. I will tell you what I get because I am not a financial advisor, but Frank is, just not on the show.
Why don't you just get all of them? I mean, as simple as that. Get all of them. Buy an index fund.
Or you can do that
A
too.
couple of index funds, and you get all of them, and there you go. And be happy with that.
Oh, I want to make a little bit more than that, but that's me. That's just me. I try to inform myself as best I can. So I'm going to pull up the Palantir track. I had a trend line, and it busted through that trend line. Let me put that up real quick. Erica's supposed to be here. She's supposed to be the person that knows all this stuff better than me. But I charted here a little bit. I put Palantir came up to about $24 a share up in January. So I was excited, and I bought around $16, $17 a share, and it had a topple, and then I had this trend lines. I had my trend line set up, and then the moving average. It's only a 50-day. Started going down, but it busted through my trend line, so I'm gonna kind of hold on a little bit and not sell anything. I don't know if you can see that, Frank. I doubt
No,
it.
I cannot see that actually. I cannot see anything you're talking about. I hope they can because or else it's not gonna make more sense.
It broke my trend line. I'm pointing to it here. Broke my trend line as well as it went above the 50-day moving average. So and you can get into some of this stuff. There's you obviously maybe you can see the MACD. Hold on. You can see the MACD down there. Broke through that, and then I have my RSI set between 70 and 30, and it hasn't gone over the 70 mark yet. So, but anyway, sorry, Frank. I
That's all right.
broke away because I believe in Palantir, because the Palantir in itself is a business or company that's vested in government security and data security. And so when I saw that, unfortunately, when I saw the pipeline seized, I got excited because I knew because Palantir does contract with a lot of government agencies, that the stock price might go up, which is reflective right now. It
Right.
busted through my channel, the channel I
Very
joined.
nice.
But
There you go.
but that's all to say. That goes back to what Frank was talking about, to be informed about a stock and how they function and how they understand. You're never going to get it right. You're never going to understand how, especially Bitcoin, how it functions. I think Bitcoin in itself and some of these meme stocks tend to fluctuate with whoever is on, the social media trend. So I think with these meme stocks, if you follow Elon Musk, if you follow some of his Twitter, you can kind of predict a little bit easier how that stock's going to go.
Right.
It has nothing to do with anything fundamental or charting wise. If you follow like celebrities, you can pretty much guess what the price of Bitcoin is going to be. I think.
Oh yeah, dude. Actually, there was this other article in the Wall Street Journal today about some new man, I should have some new cryptocurrency that's called, geez, man, I wish I had it. I forgot. But anyways, it's just porn star.
Oh, hold on, I can find it.
Yeah, it's Lana Rhodes or something like that. There's this porn star that is promoting this cryptocurrency, and it has something to do with the effect of the acronym is fat ass white girl or fat ass white girl or something.
Is that PHAT? PHAT,
yes,
Frank.
PHAT, but fat ass white girl. or something like that. Anyways, dude, that's crazy, dude. I mean, you see and I'm sure somebody's making a killing off of those things, but come on, dude.
In the bed of Brianna Sparks, porn rising star might be crypto's best advocate. Does that sound right? Brianna Sparks?
No, it's I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I should have put up the article, but anyways.
Yeah, you got to get that information. A porn star takes a cryptocurrency, Brianna Sparks. I'm saying, but anyway. So it goes back to the whole idea that some of these meme stocks aren't based on anything other than people's own speculating. You're speculating on people speculating,
right?
And there are far greater entities out there that really persuade us and push us to look at stocks or to look at a certain thing. I would say, and I'm sure Frank would agree, if you're hearing about it on the news, it's probably over already.
Way too
probably
late.
A plan. Somebody has already corded off or coordinated this whole thing where, like, if you're seeing it on the news, you better rush and buy it, because guess what? They bought in early, and then I would almost say paid marketing expenses just to get you to go and buy that whatever stock or whatever they're trying to sell you, because that's what it is right now.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I mean, it's for most people, and it's not to say that you can't make a little bit more money on the write up, but as we've seen over and over, it's even in these meme stocks, it's gonna come back. It's not gonna stay that high forever. So your window, the later you get in, if you hear it pretty late, the window to make money is smaller and smaller and smaller. So.
Yeah, and I think as we wrap up the show, we're about 25 minutes, sir.
Okay.
Some of the learning lessons that I have is, especially talking to Frank too, is just be informed as best as you can. I know we get caught up in our day, and I know when you get to lunch or you're like on a Zoom call, and just before the meeting starts, your buddy, I don't know, Jerry, your buddy Jerry's like, "Hey, dude, look at my phone, man. I got $10,000 on Dogecoin."
Yeah.
And then you're like, hold on, let me go check. Oh, it's only 40 cents. Let me put $1,000 in there, and then the coin tanks. Again, it's usually by the time you hear about it, if everybody's talking about it, it's probably too late. And the people that have made money on these meme stocks or whatever got in like months ago, or if not way before it even became the news, which is again not just speculation but just luck.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's exactly right. It's when you speculate, it's obviously it's either up or down scenario. But if if it is up, you just got lucky. That's all.
So we're here. If you have any comments or questions, Gabby said we have no echo, and then we were sharing too much information. She said TMI, probably because of the whole porn thing. I don't want to know your habits there, Ayala.
I don't know.
want to tell you
I don't
mine
know
either.
this.
So.
I don't know this Lana Rose.
Oh, was
I
it
just
Lana
read
Rose?
an article.
Okay, let me look at it. You said Lana Rose.
I can't find the article though.
Lana
But
Rose. Is it Bitcoin or crypto?
it's a cryptocurrency.
I'm trying to pull it up right now. Crypto. Lana Rose, Bitcoin, Pinterest. Oh, this is on Pinterest. But anyway, so as we get to the end of the show, I'm gonna try and pull this up. I see a lot of pictures of Lana Rose, and
Oh yeah, don't share those, please.
I don't want Violet to catch me on my Chrome history. Like, what were you looking up? I'm like, it was for the show. Frank wanted it. Just kidding. But we're at the final end. So if you have any comments or questions, either during the show, in the replay, or any questions regarding, finances or talking to Frank or I, at least you're taking that step to be more informed. Again, that's the learning lesson of the day. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, and if you don't mind, sir, I would like to do a little plug-in. We do have our website up. Maybe you can kind of give them a sneak peek about it. Unfortunately, I cannot share my my screen because I guess I need Google Chrome for that. You should have told me.
I don't know. This is all a new say. I don't know. Yeah, good.
It says share screen. You need Google Chrome. But anyways, if you pull up the Coleridge Group, it's open to the public now. Maybe next time we can kind of talk about it, and I can explain a little bit of our services. But please, go into the website. Have a poke around, see what you guys think. What we do is a lot more than money, investing and just focusing on money, because that's not the answer, right? Life is the answer. Money is just a tool, and what we want to do is help you have a great life. Obviously, money is a component of it, but it's not the only component of it. And so, please, whoever is interested, whoever is looking to work with a financial professional, have a poke around. If you have any questions, you can always reach out. But those are my 2 cents.
What's the Coleridge Group? Is that colleregegroup.com?
Yeah, coleridgegroup.com.
Let me see if I can pull it up real quick just because we got you on the show here, sir. We try to do things. We try to do things. Is it? Oh, I think I have it. Oh, look at that. Look at this sexy thing. I wish you could see it. There he is. Let me pull this down. So if you want to talk to Frank on the Coleridge Group, you can just go to the website here, colleregegroup.com, creating financial freedom for the families and individuals to live their purpose. You like that? That
is right. Again, it's not about the money, man. If you guys are focusing only on the money, you guys are missing out on a lot of stuff, So
well, let me see if I can. Let me try to do a better intro. Creating financial freedom for families and individuals to live their purpose. The Coleridge Group, Frank Ayala, Francisco, Finance Ready Frank. He is here.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't know. That was the only track I had. So if you go here, again, colleregegroup.com, you can kind of see at the top here. And Frank will help you. Again, we are just entertaining today, but Frank is a financial advisor and planner for your investments and your family. So reach out to him whenever you're available or can, and seek out the advice that I think everybody needs.
I think so.
So Eddie, last word, sir. We are on the last minute.
No, thank you for inviting me today. Thank you for inviting me yesterday. Had a great time yesterday. Great turnout at the networking event. For other people that want to join next time, that'd be great. So I'll be giving out free stock tips.
Oh yeah, we're waiting for those stock tips. We did talk about Chipotle yesterday, but that's what it is. You got to come. You got to come to the event. Yeah. So until next week, 12 o'clock in the noon hour. Catch us.
Thank you.
Catch us then. Rob Morales, RCO Network, Francisco Ayala, Coleridge Group. See you next Friday, guys.
Bye-bye.